Hi everyone. So today I want to show you how you make a room in one point perspective. So I have a ruler, I have a red pencil, a blue pencil, and a graphite and black pencil, as well as a pencil sharpener. And I'm working in my sketchbook. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set my horizon line. And I'm going to set my horizon line to be a normal view, which is about a third of the way down. And I'm going to decide where my vanishing point is going to be. I'm going to put it kind of towards the middle of my page. And what I want to do with this drawing is I want to make a bedroom. So I want to make the back wall of the bedroom be in one point perspective. So I'm going to draw the back wall of the bedroom, and I'm going to make vertical and horizontal lines, creating a rectangle that are going to represent the back wall of the bedroom. So something like this. So once I have that rectangle and that's representing the back wall, I'm going to create walls that are coming forward towards the bottom of the picture plane, top of the picture plane from this rectangle. And to do so, I'm going to point my ruler to the vanishing point, and from the corners of this room, I'm going to extend these lines out. So this is going to be where my floor and my wall meet, where the wall and ceiling meet, both on this side as well, so to the left and right. So this is where the ceiling and wall meet to the left, and where the wall and floor meet to the right. So now I have the interior of a room in one point perspective. So the first thing I like to do is add a door, because I don't like feeling trapped inside of a room at any point. Sorry about that. So I'm going to put a door on this wall, and I'm going to make it straddle my horizon line, because doors are pretty tall. So the door will be that tall. I'm going to point to the vanishing point. Let's make it that wide, and then let's add another vertical line down to signify the end of that door. And there's lots of things that I can do to this door. I can give it a door frame. So I can give it a little bit of a like a lip that goes all the way around the door. Point that back towards the vanishing point. Just give it a little bit of a frame. I felt that feels a little thicker than I wanted it to be, maybe something like that. And then maybe my door is open. And so if I put vertical lines here on the bottom of this door and at the top of the door, I'm basically putting a hole, allowing this to become a hallway or the door to be open. So let's say that the door swings the other way. Maybe I put a picture frame just peeking out from the hallway so that I can increase that illusion. And I'm just going to put a little frame on that picture frame just by coming in, using vertical and horizontal lines again. And in this case, for this picture frame, none of the lines are going to the vanishing point because it's in one point perspective. And let's draw ourselves something in here so that we can really see that it's a silly picture frame. There we go. Here's our portrait there on the wall. So I have a door. Now I can get out of this room. Let's put a window on this side of the bedroom. And I want the window to be in one point perspective. I'm going to have it point towards the vanishing point. The window will be that wide. I'm going to put a vertical line down. I'm going to use, go back to the vanishing point to get the end of that window. I'm going to put a vertical line on the edge of that window. I'm going to give it a little bit of a window sill. So I'm going to use a horizontal line here at the bottom and top, making a hole inside of that window frame, just pushing it in a little bit so that you can probably put something on that windowsill. And then using the vanishing point, I'm going to extend those lines so that it really feels like it's starting to go in. And then on this windowsill, I want that window to have equal distant um, uh, windows inside of it. So I'm going to measure the height of this part of the window. It happens to be 1.5 inches, and I want 3 planes. So for this, I'm going to just use 2 marks to describe that that's going to be 3 planes. I'm going to take each of those lines, I'm going to point them to the vanishing point. Because this line corresponds almost exactly with our line of sight, it's going to appear to be horizontal. So you guys can see that that line appears to be horizontal because it's the same as our eye level, which is fine. So now I want to make equal distant pings inside of this window. And to do that, I can do a couple things. The easiest one of which is to make a diagonal line from one corner of this window to the opposite, and wherever they hit those lines that are receding towards the vanishing point, I can put a vertical line to give myself some equal distant windows. So that looks pretty good. So now let's put a bed in this room. So I'm going to do that by creating a rectangle. So let's see, which way do I want to put it? So let's put it here. And let's make the bed, it's kind of like a platform bed maybe, so it's maybe really low to the ground. I like platform beds. You can really become your own interior designer with this kind of project. So this is the edge of the bed. I'm going to point the sides of the bed to the vanishing point. And I'm going to decide how deep that bed should be. Something like that. And I'm going to give this bed a headboard. So I'm going to just put a vertical line that extends just a little bit outside of the mattress, and a horizontal line is going to be the top of that headboard. And now that I have that, I can kind of play around and make some pillows and then make some bedding. So towards the middle of that. So I can freehand some pillows. I can actually use this line to be like the made up bed. Like maybe I can give it a little bit of a bedspread. And maybe I'm just going to curve the edges of this bed just a little bit so that it starts to look like, there's sheets and blankets on it rather than a mattress. But now that I've done that, I feel like maybe this bed needs some legs. It just feels like it's really just sitting on the ground, and I kind of don't like that. So what if I gave it, so there's the back of my headboard there. So I'm going to give it some legs. And so to do that, I'm just going to put some vertical lines down. And then I'm going to make them about 1/4 inch wide. I just want them to be the same on both sides. Put a vertical line up. And then, that one seems smaller than this one. And then I'm going to take the interior edges of those little legs, I'm going to point them to the vanishing point. And then I'm going to put another vertical line. Do I keep saying vertical? Yeah, that's right, vertical. Put a little vertical line to indicate the little legs for this. So there's a bed. And then let's make a dresser. And we could do so many, different, items in here. We can put a nice big window on on this wall. We can have an exterior space. So, I mean, you really get to play and, design the space to be anything you want. I mean, you can really make this your like dream bedroom if you want to. So I'm just going to pop out a window. Then I'm going to do a dresser. So here's a window that again is going out. And probably need some window panes, but maybe I might not get to that on this demo. I needed to sharpen my pencil. Let's put a dresser here in this corner so you guys can see how to do that. So I'm going to put a dresser. It's going to be this tall. It's going to be this wide. And again, it's all in one point perspective, so lines should be parallel to the picture plane when you're dealing with the sides of something. So now I'm going to point that dresser to the vanishing point. See if I overextended my lines a little bit. It's okay. But I think I want the dresser to end right around here. I'm going to make sure all those get connected or are extended out enough. Make a horizontal line to connect that. And now, similar to the window, I want this dresser to have 3 drawers. So I'm going to put some drawers there. I'm going to point those to the vanishing point. So that way the dresser can have some drawers, and I can even put in some handles. Again, those handles are going to be going towards the vanishing point. And I can give this dresser some legs. Mid-century modern dresser over here. I want to make sure that these legs are the correct height compared to each other, and the vanishing point allows me to do that. And then this is the interior of those legs, and then I'll put the edge of those legs as well. And I'm only going to see the one leg in the back. They're very similar to what we just did with the bed. So there's the little dresser. And maybe the whole back of the bedroom or this part of the bedroom needs a rug. And the only thing that I also want to show you is how to put something in, how to make something that has like a circular top. So let's make a big rug. Make a big rug. Take the edge to the vanishing point. Take the other edge to the vanishing point. And extend those until they meet. If they meet, they might not. I think they're going to come off of my picture plane, which is totally okay. So there's a rug. But what I want to show you guys is how to put something, or how to create something that has like a circular top. So I was thinking like an ottoman that has a circular top to it. So the first thing that we need to decide about the ottoman is how wide it is. And then you want to decide how tall it is. We'll just make it like a little footrest, like an ottoman. And I'm going to take the top corners of that. I'm going to point them to the vanishing point. And then I'm going to decide how wide this ottoman is going to be. Something like that. And now I want to create a circular top. How do I do that? Well, the first thing I need to do is I need to find the middle of this object. And to find the middle of the object, I'm going to put two diagonal lines through the shape that it occupies, or that trapezoid. And so that's going to be the middle of my object. I'm going to take the middle of my object, I'm going to point it to the vanishing point. And then I'm going to also put a horizontal line through the middle of that object. So that gives me the middle of the object, like its width and its height. And that's important because we want to put a circle inside of that shape. And to do that, we really need the apex of the circle, which are going to be the middle of the width and height of this object, or the length and width of this object is actually what I mean to say. And so now that we have that, we can actually curve a line that is going to connect the widest points of this object. So we just have to be a little bit careful about how we do that, making sure that they still look like they're curving, that we're not pinching our ellipses. So now we're going to have this shape. We also know that this edge is going to be correspond with that middle, and actually this edge is going to correspond with that middle, and we can get exactly where it is by making that form transparent. So what I can tell you is that this is going to be the middle line. It's going to be a line that kind of comes down right around here. This is going to be the edge of that of the height of that stool, and that if I copy the curvature of that top angle, and if I try to make the same curvature here at the bottom, I can really start to describe this little Ottoman. I feel like that's supposed to be just a little bit lower. It seems better. So now I can describe this little circular Ottoman. So anytime you want to put a circle in a composition, mostly a perspective composition, it's best if you put it inside of a rectangle. So that is how to create a circular object in your room as well. So this is one of our homework assignments, so please have fun with it, play, think about some objects that you want to make. I made a bedroom, but you can make everything from any kind of interior space, maybe your dream kitchen, your dream garage. Really think about what you would want. All right, thank you.